There, back with us now, retired Army Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg. General, thank you for your service to our country. It's always great to have you on. Okay, so you just heard Rich Edson's reporting, right? But then you have a State Department official saying the Taliban is, quote, cooperative and businesslike when it's been blocking Americans from leaving. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, Liz, thanks for having me on. Look, those comments and comments from the press secretary in the press room are absolutely moronic, and they're all based on weakness, because that's where we stand right now. We lost a 20-year war, and it wasn't lost because of the great men and women that fought that war. It was a result, I believe, of absolutely imbecilic decisions by President Biden and his national security team. It didn't have to be. So now we've got a nation that tomorrow will probably have one of the greatest trolls in all of history when they raise the Taliban flag over the former U.S. Embassy in Kabul with virtually the same people that were there 20 years ago. And in attendance will be the Iranians, the Russians, and the Chinese. I just can't believe this is happening out there. And I think the American people should demand some accountability on how we got to where we're at. But I'm not looking and seeing a more kinder or gentler Taliban. I think they're the same old Taliban, just more sophisticated from the last 20 years because they fought us to a win in the last 20 years.
General, let's watch this from Fox News' Peter Doocy. He was quick to push back on all of that. Watch this.
You're saying the Taliban is businesslike and professional. Their interior minister has an FBI wanted poster. He's got a $10 million bounty on his head. What's the business?
We are here to celebrate the return of American citizens who wanted to leave Afghanistan. In order to get those people out, we had to work with some members of the Taliban to press them and to work in a businesslike manner to get them out.
Celebration? What do you say?
Yeah, Liz, I mean, that's one of the great misdirects I've ever seen out there because they know it's coming from weakness. Look, tomorrow you're going to see the formation of one of the great terrorist states in the world. It's going to be a lot bigger than ISIS ever had their caliphate grow to. And you're going to see inside that terrorist state, you're going to see the resurgence of Al-Qaeda. You're going to see the Haqqani network come to power. You're going to see ISIS-K out there. And then at the borders contiguous with Iran, who we've declared a state sponsor of terrorism. I mean, I know they can misdirect the language, but bottom line, it's a massive failure of gigantic proportions. And it just, we shouldn't let anybody try to get away with language like that.
Yeah,
and I congratulate Peter for making comments like that.
And the State Department spokesman said we don't make, quote, sweeping judgments about terrorists. So that's a line coming out of the State Department spokesman. You know, the Senator, excuse me, General, even Senator Richard Blumenthal, he's a Democrat, his office says passengers are showing the right paperwork. It's the Taliban stopping Americans. That when we yanked the embassy out of Afghanistan, you know, we didn't have the vetting process and the paperwork put in order for, you know, Americans to leave because the embassy was gone. Why not let you know, airlines do the vetting because they were doing the vetting before. Instead, this shows weakness on the part of the Biden administration deferring to the Taliban. Yeah. You know, let me ask you this. The Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, he will testify starting Monday and Tuesday of next week. What do you think of this question? Should lawmakers ask him this? Mr. Secretary, were former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair and the British Parliament wrong when Parliament held President Biden in contempt? Tony Blair called Biden's unilateral, rushed, unplanned withdrawal, quote, imbecilic, dangerous, unnecessary. Why did you surrender Bagram Air Base in the dead of night and not tell anybody? Did you have a travel ban for Americans to not fly into the hot zone of Afghanistan? Should they ask those questions?
Well, yes, they should. But here's the better question that I would ask, Liz. Who is accountable? And what are the ramifications for their decisions that they made out there? You know, I don't see anybody leaving the administration for a loss. We lost a war, 20 years of war. We had over 3,000 or almost 3,000 killed in action. We had thousands more wounded, spent trillions of dollars. And based on the decisions they made, we lost a country. Okay, now who's accountable for that? I mean, when I was in the military, you lost a piece of equipment. You were personally accountable. In the Navy, if you're a ship captain and you're asleep at 3 in the morning and the watch officer runs into something else, the captain's relieved. Now we're just kind of saying, well, that's okay. We lost a country. Let's go on to the next subject. It's amazing to me. I would really hold their feet to the fire and ask them those hard questions about accountability and the decisions that were made.
Thank you for that. We were just split screening and showing video of the Taliban assaulting citizens on the streets of Afghanistan. General, thank you again for coming on and for your service to our country. We're going to have you back on again soon. Up next, we've got this hot story.